Hello everyone and welcome back to my B&B Everyday YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. At Brooke's place, Ridge tells her that Hope is out of control. There's commodity wrong with her. She went after Thomas and Finn, and now she's pushed Carter to steal the company. Once this is over, Hope will no way walk through the doors of Forrester Creations again. Brooke rails at him to stop demonizing her son and be objective. Try to understand why they felt they demanded to take the arm. Ridge can't believe she has the audacity to defend Carter and Hope. Ridge takes her hand and asks her if she doesn't see what's happened to his family. Brooke doesn't agree with Hope and Carter's approach, but their words ring true. The Logans have been treated like peasants for decades. She tells him how important Hope for the future and her lingerie line are to the company. They no way got the professional respect they earn. Ridge reminds her that he just did a big relaunch for her line. Carter and Hope stole their company and she's siding with them. Carter stole this because her son's in his observance. She attacked his family and stole his company. It's not going to go unpunished, you know that. Brooke asks if she expects her to base her or shoot her to her room. Ridge wants her gone. I'm not going to live on this property with Hope. It's not going to be. At Forrester, Hope and Carter rave over taking control of the company. Hope thinks they should get the paperwork framed. They kiss as she sits on his stage in the office. President Elektra and Will arrive and she asks, "So you guys are in charge now?" Carter explains they had to do what was stylish for the company. Will congratulates them as they explain they're reinstating Hope for the future. Elektra asks if Ridge and Steffi are just gone. Hope says they're not sure, but assures her the jewelry line won't be affected. Elektra says this feels weird being a Forrester. Steffi was always so nice to me. At the Precipice house, Taylor's dismayed when Steffi tells her that Carter's achievement went ahead. Steffi thinks he took advantage of a loophole to get to the top and Hope allured him over there. They can't believe this is the new reality. Steffi says it's all because of Hope manipulating Carter. Taylor tells Steffi this is so unfortunate. Steffi says she and her father won't give up. For now they're helpless. In his darkened room, Remy alters the print of Elektra he's looking at as he flashes to being asked to leave Forrester. He remembers the history, when Elektra cried to him about someone altering her prints to make it look as though she was naked. He was the bone who assured her. In the present, Remy cries, "I'll always be there for you, Elektra. LA's changing you. I'm not going to let that be." Suddenly the laptop dings. Elektra's print now shows her in grandiloquent lingerie. He says, "Sorry I'm doing this to you again, but I can't lose you to Will." In the Forrester salon, Elektra wonders to Will if this is still called Forrester Creations. He thinks the change is crazy but reassures her about the jewelry line. Elektra's upset about Remy. He's a good and trusted friend and she's concerned that his passions were hurt. Will says she wasn't rude to him. He must understand why she couldn't hang out. Don't worry about Remy. He teases that she should be fussing about him. They kiss. In the main office, Hope gushes the Carter risked everything for them. "Just know it'll not be in vain, you earn this, Carter." Hope tells him this is his office now. "You know you can do anything you want." He asks anything, she says he could redecorate or put up a big portrayal of himself. Locking the door, Hope grins, "It's all yours." At Brooke's place, Ridge tells her he can't stay on this property with Hope. She uses people to get what she wants. Liam, Thomas, Finn, now it's Carter. However, what's it, if that's not the verity? Is she just the empty slut? What's she? Brooke gawps, "What? A slut like her mama?" She recalls that his mama would call her the slut from the valley. Does he see her that way? He of all people knows what that word does to her. How could he degrade her son to that word after all she's done in the business? After how she's been as a mama, and stepped up to raise Douglas because Thomas was so unstable. She can slightly indeed look at Ridge. "Who are you?" Ridge counters, "Who are you? You're defending someone who broke me. You should be defending me. I'm not staying then with Hope." Brooke won't protest Hope and Beth out of their own house. Ridge grunts, "Also I'm gone. I don't want to fight with you presently. I love you too much." With that he exits. Brooke heartbreaks and hits the president. Ridge arrives at the Precipice house and Steffi asks what he's doing there. They agree it was a horrible day and they've a lot to talk about. Ridge says he told Brooke that Hope is to condemn, and she's still defending her. It was quite a fight. Taylor emerges from the other room as Ridge says he refused to live on the same property as Hope and left Brooke. Steffi knows he's hurting, but it's the Logans who caused it. Hope only cares about herself and her mama is enabling that. Brooke doesn't have his reverse. Why don't you stay then right now with us? We truly love you and watch about you. She pulls her pater into a clinch. Taylor joins them. Rich Forrester struck a low blow when he gave Brooke Logan and claim in the December 13th occasion. Brooke and Ridge obviously don't agree about Hope Logan's position of blame in Carter Walton's LLC preemption plot. That's not changing anytime soon, but Ridge at least claimed on Brooke making a big change for him. Ridge basically delivered an "it's her or me" warning when he told Brooke that he couldn't live on the same property with Hope. Brooke was spooked over Ridge's demand and snappily shut down the idea of transferring Hope and Beth Spencer, Jordan Grace, out of their own home. Beth's addition then clearly seems important to note, especially since we've seen Ridge acting so grandfatherly when it comes to Beth in the history. Now it's clear that in the end, Ridge doesn't watch all that much about Brooke's granddaughter. Hope is living all the way down at the cabin with Beth and presumably isn't eager to cross paths with Ridge considering he just called her a nasty little whine to her face. There's no way Hope was going to be hanging around Brooke's house to invite further bashing. In other words, Ridge's claim was about his own pride, pure and simple. This was about Ridge wanting Brooke to discipline Hope and put him first, but this actually feels cruel to little Beth. Why should Beth have to be demurred out of the home she loves because Brooke's hubby said so? We can agree Beth is an innocent child who shouldn't be involved in this at all. Ridge should have been a mature grown-up and realized that what he was demanding of Brooke would affect Beth just as important as it affected Hope. Of course, Brooke presumably wouldn't have changed her answer indeed if Beth wasn't a factor, so maybe that's commodity to keep in mind. As for Ridge, perhaps he anticipated Brooke wouldn't go for the idea, and was just looking for a reason to leave. Anyhow, it made Ridge feel like a total haul when he didn't watch one bit about whether Beth suffered. Ridge ultimately walked out when Brooke refused to go on with his demand, but his claim was still a bad look. Effects are only going to get worse for Ridge and Brooke, so stay tuned for updates on all the bad news and further prognostications on the erupting drama.